stop taking advice from people who are not even remotely where you want to be. If you wouldn't want to switch places with them, if they're not where you see yourself in the future, if they are projecting their limiting beliefs on you and that is scaring you from really going after what you want and where you want to be, you need to stop listening to them and listen to yourself. Advice and guidance from inspirations or role models or people you genuinely look up to is going to hit very differently than people who don't even connect with you or don't even truly and fully understand what it is that you do for content creation for a living. If you're on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whatever platform you're trying to grow on as a content creator. For example, if I am looking for advice or if I am seeking out direction, getting that information from someone like Pokimane is going to look and sound a lot different than if I were to go to Home Depot in the hardwood section and ask some random worker what they think I should do with my gaming career. So I want to ask you a question of, okay, say you do go to whoever that you are comfortable with for advice or guidance. Why do you feel like you need their approval or their validation in order to take the next steps for your career or your platform or the direction that you want to go? Why are you hesitant on just being decisive and making a decision and going with what you are truly called to or what aligns with you? I want to know where that comes from, and I need you to stop. Stop asking what someone else thinks when they probably don't even care that much, honestly, genuinely. And also, you should not care regardless. Like, yes, of course, it's nice to value someone's opinion. And of course, when we're actively seeking their support, you want to listen and you want to digest that, but you also don't want to consume that, because if you find yourself asking 1, 2, 3, 4, even more than that, if you find yourself asking all these people what they think about a decision you haven't even made yet, you're gonna have all those voices in the back of your head before you move forward with that. If you ask 3 different people what they think of your idea and they all say different things, that is going to sway your opinion, that's going to throw you off balance, and moving forward, you're not gonna know if that's truly what you should be doing, or that you're not going to be sure of, oh, okay, well, so-and-so didn't think this was a good idea, so maybe I should change this, but I really wanted to do it my way. That's how I saw it, but so-and-so doesn't agree with that. If you have that mindset with every single decision you make with your platform, then it's not even your platform anymore. You're not succeeding the way you think you should be because you are comparing yourself to people and influencers and gamers and streamers who have a completely different life path than you. I've said this before in one of my podcasts. Your chapter 3 is going to look a lot different than someone else's chapter 10. You're just in different places. You're just in different times. And that's not a good or a bad thing. I hate the concept of thinking this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do. If you go into every decision thinking if it's right or wrong, then you're not truly submitting to your path. Like, you're not letting yourself go and you're not letting what is truly meant for you to flow in. You need to stop comparing yourself to these people who get on their platforms and you really truly don't know what's fabricated and what's real with probably 99% of these people. They can get on here and show you whatever they want to show you. And the thing is, you can't compare your statistics with other people's numbers. If you are constantly comparing and contrasting these numbers, it's going to consume you. It's going to eat you alive. Here's the thing. The odds are you're comparing, you're contrasting of all these statistics, and you're looking at someone else's life and you're like, man, if I was just where they're at viewer wise, or if I was just where they were at subscriber wise, or if my content just looked a little bit more like theirs, then the algorithm would hit. No, it doesn't work like that. For me at least, and for a lot of other creators, once we reach these goals or these milestones, we're already thinking about the next one. Like, that just doesn't mean the work stops there. And that doesn't mean that it's okay to stop growing and evolving as a person. I feel like that is not, okay, well, I'm done with that. I already did everything I needed to do. I don't need to do anything else. I'm not gonna work hard anymore. I'm not gonna reevaluate my vision or where I wanna be or what I wanna do. It doesn't stop there, and it looks different for every single person. So it's not even fair to you if you're sitting here and you're just admiring and also obsessively checking in on these people who they're just trying to make it by. They're just trying to find their purpose and fulfill their dreams and their goals. And that's just not fair to you if you're hyper focusing on someone else's life and you're watching yours go by. You've been so focused on this other person's platform to where all this time has passed by, and name one or even a couple things that you did for yourself in this time. You wasted your fucking time, you wasted your energy, you wasted your efforts just watching this other person go after their goals and go after their dreams when that should have been you. You were too distracted and you were too attentive to the comfortability of staying where you're at. You're comfortable. That's not okay if you want to grow. I'm telling you right now, you need to start doing things that scare you. You need to start doing things that you have to have maybe 3 seconds of confidence to go out and go after. This is the part where you have to look in the mirror and you have to give yourself a reality check of, okay, if I really want this, what do I need to do to get this realistically and also actively pursuing what it is that you want. Not just thinking about it, not just saying, I'll start tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Now's not really a good time because of X, Y, and Z, or I can't do it just yet because I don't have the right equipment or it's not gonna be perfect. I was stuck in that mindset for so long to where I would delay tasks or I would delay projects where it just didn't feel like the right time. Guess what? There's never going to be a right time. You need to stop beating yourself up over algorithms and random numbers. And the thing with social media and content creation is you don't know what's the next big thing. You don't know what the next breakthrough is. No one does. And that is also something that I was trapped in for the longest time because I had this light at the end of my tunnel. I had this, this spark of, okay, like I'm running, I'm chasing, like there's going to be my big break. Like when is going to be my big break? Once I get this number of followers, once I get this number of subs, once I hit this, or once I do this or partner with this brand, then this will be my big break. What if the big break never comes? What if you already had it? And what if you're so focused on making it that you're already not giving yourself time to appreciate where you're at right now and how far you've already come? Talking yourself out of your decisions and worrying about what other people might think. And I just want to ask you a question. What if no one was going to scold and or praise you for the decisions you make moving forward? Where would you go? Who would you be? What does that look like? I want you to sit down and really ask yourself these questions of what truly fulfills you and what truly makes you feel more alive and what makes you feel inspired and passionate. Not every day you're going to be inspired. Not every day you're going to have the passion, but that's where the discipline comes in too. And I think a lot of people aren't ready for that conversation because the way you have to be so real with yourself of how you're going to get these things done. And spoiler alert, you have to do it the hard way. There is no easy way. You need to stop doing it the cheap and easy way because you're going to get cheap rewards, you're going to get cheap accomplishments, and you're going to get cheap results. And if that's not what you want, then you need to stop being cheap about it and you need to stop being disrespectful to yourself. I'm going to wrap this video up with, if you are over the age of 18 or you have your own space or you provide for yourself day to day, I'm giving you permission. If you won't give yourself permission, I'm giving you permission right now. You are allowed to make your own decisions. You are allowed to go wherever you want. You are allowed to do whatever you want. Now, if you're a people pleaser or a previous people pleaser, I had a lot of people pleasing tendencies that I've actively worked through and I'm still to this day working through. I feel like a lot of us had this analogy where every time we make a decision, we're standing at a crossroads and we're looking at it like, this is the right decision, this is the wrong decision, this is what I should be doing and what is expected of me, and this is bad. We need to get out of the right and wrong mindset because we don't know if that's the right or wrong direction. It's just a decision, and it's just something that once you make this, that's where you're going. I am here to remind you that you do not need to report to anyone before you do something. You don't need to get their validation or approval. You don't need it. You are in that people-pleasing mindset of, okay, well, this is what a good person does and bad people do this, or it's right and wrong, it's black and white, where no one except for you don't even know where the right direction is. That's what you think it is, but you never know the outcome of each decision, honestly. So that's why you need to get out of wrong versus right. Also, wrapping up this video, no one actually cares what you're doing. No one cares if you go to Chick-fil-A and you get no pickles on your sandwich. No one cares if you play Overwatch for 8 hours. Here's the thing. Everyone is so focused on their own life and what they're doing next. You might cross their mind, or you might have some significance in it, and you might have some place in their life, but at the end of the day, everyone is focused on themselves, okay? It's not fair for you to be so worried about what everyone else is doing and what everyone else might think. It's just not fair to you if you are constantly comparing yourself to these people. Yes, you might see the great areas or their accomplishments or their achievements because that's what they want you to see. Not everyone with their platform is getting on there and talking about their home life or their mental health, or they're not actively in conversations of what's truly going on in the world. The best thing for you to do is be selfish, okay? Stop feeling bad about putting yourself first. Stop putting everyone else on your priority list and you're at the bottom. That doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying you shouldn't care about how your actions, your words, your decisions affect others. But I feel like people who are watching this video, we have similar or like mindsets of wanting to find our purpose and wanting to put good energy out there and wanting to surround ourselves with people who make us feel heard and seen and understood. So I just want to sit here and I just want to remind you that it's okay to put yourself first, and you're allowed to go after what you want, and it makes sense. You're making sense. Your dreams and your feelings and your goals make sense, and they're important. It makes sense. You're going to get there. And if you guys like these kind of videos where I sit down and be real with you, let me know, because I have more ideas of specific areas that I want to cover that I can dive deeper into with streaming and content creation and tips and tricks, and also just boundaries and story times, and more so things like that, to where more specific situations that arise and problems and obstacles that come up during streams within your community, where if you're looking for advice on how to deal with specific situations, I can cover that too. There's a lot of things that I wish I knew before I started streaming, and there's a lot of things that I wish I knew, but you have to find out the hard way sometimes, and that's the only way that you learn. Don't be so hard on your past self for not knowing, because how are you supposed to know? It's not fair for you to sit here and be like, oh, I should have known. No, you shouldn't have. No. How could you have known? How are you supposed to learn? How are you supposed to grow? You know it now, and moving forward, if you were presented with that obstacle or situation again, you would handle it differently moving forward. But the first time around, you can't blame yourself for that. There are a lot of things that are out of your control with this content creation world, but there are a lot of things that are in your control as well. So if you guys want any more advice, or if you want to hear a specific topic for me to pull apart and go into and talk about, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys really liked this video, please subscribe to the channel. I really want to kind of get into more like lifestyle advice, self-discovery, just a little bit of everything on this channel. And I feel like I've reached that point now where I'm comfortable about sitting here and talking confidently to you guys about where I've been. If I can help you guys not have to go through certain things the hard way to avoid certain situations and obstacles with this, that would be great, because your girl's been through it. So I have a lot of stories and I have a lot of key components to why I am the way that I am and why my success with streaming and with how my journey looks the way it does. So if you guys want to know more, let me know in the comments or anything like that. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Because you have that little voice. What just happened to my camera? Now I was gonna make a great point too. That's so annoying. What is going on? I need you to stop.